What's going on, gamers? My name is Aiden the Canadian, and today we're going to be talking about the state of Blackout in Black Ops 4. So obviously Blackout is the Battle Royale game mode within Black Ops 4, and honestly I was skeptical when they announced this. The trailer looked cool, it sounded cool, but I didn't know how well it was going to turn out, especially with, the engine. We've never had that many players in a Black Ops game, let alone a Call of Duty game. And it was hard to believe that they'd be able to pull it off. And I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Treyarch made a very solid start to a Battle Royale game. And before I start this video, I am in no way a video game designer. I do not know what it takes. I don't have what it takes. But since Call of Duty is a AAA title, let me start this off by saying that I'm not a video game developer. I don't have what it takes. I don't know a lot about video game development. But coming from a studio that is running a AAA title, there are just things that need to be worked on, and I'm surprised some of these things are still in the game or that they haven't changed these things. And they've been rolling out updates, every few weeks, trying to patch some things, trying to fix armor, things like that. But Blackout needs to evolve if it wants to keep up with the current Battle Royale genre. So the first point I wanted to get at is armor and Blackout. So armor is an item you pick up. It gives you bullet protection for level 1 and 2, and level 3 it'll give you body protection and head protection. And honestly, I don't get why Treyarch put a tiered armor system within the game. It doesn't make much sense. It's not very balanced. They've been working on balancing it. And it's too RNG to really have a good impact on the game's ecosystem. So, level 3 armor protects your head. It protects you from more shots than level 2 and level 1 armor. They all last the same amount. They all can receive the same amount of damage before breaking. My question is, why have these small differences in an armor system when you can just have one set of armor? Level 1 armor. Just have it. Just have one type of armor. It gets rid of balancing issues. It gets rid of people complaining about armor not being able to find higher levels. You just have one level of armor. It makes things easier and it makes it more balanced. If you wanted to add a rare item in, this is my idea, for head protection and supply drops, add in a helmet that can withstand, a few bullets before it breaks that you can equip, put it on your head, and reduce headshot damage. That's my idea, because then it's less RNG, and there's more skill in the gunfights. It's not who has level 1 or 2 armor. It doesn't matter who has better aim. Whoever has a higher armor will usually win, sometimes. So why incorporate these tiered armor systems when they don't need to be in the game? So the second point is that there's been an extreme lack of content within Blackout, and this goes for the entirety of Black Ops 4. Not just Blackout, multiplayer and zombies are also suffering from the lack of content provided by Treyarch. But I could make an entirely different video about how the Black Ops Pass has screwed us over. But for Blackout, we've had 2 new character models. That's basically just a texture with voice lines. We've had 2 new weapons, which were also in multiplayer, and we've had Hijacked added and also a new vehicle. It's been a few months since Blackout has come out. With Fortnite updating every single week with a new item and changes, Blackout falls so far behind the curve, and honestly, the gameplay gets old very quickly, and it just doesn't feel very well supported. If you hop on a multiplayer, you see the same thing. Not much has happened. It's a lazy contraband stream. That's not really content. That's just a lazy way of giving out camo, stickers, and sprays that nobody cares about. Again, if Blackout wants to survive as a battle royale, it needs more updates with more content sooner and quicker. At this rate, we're going to be having new weapons every 2 months with every new operation. That's not a lot of content, and Treyarch really needs to up their game in this department for the entire game, not just Blackout. So the next thing that I feel needs changing is the pacing of Blackout. Once you drop, it kind of takes forever for the action to get going. If you have a bad drop or a drop where there's nobody with you, it'll take probably 10 minutes till you find another person. I feel that the circles need to be quicker, that they close quicker, and that they just cycle through quicker, because the games feel long until the end of the round. And honestly, it's really fun when it gets to the end, but it takes forever, and it kind of drives the, motivation, that adrenaline of dropping in, getting a weapon, and fighting. It's just kind of a bore to sit around and wait for other people to walk into other people 10 minutes later after you've dropped. This can easily be changed. The circles can close faster. We've had that in like those LTMs, those limited time modes. But I don't know, the pacing just feels off, especially for a Call of Duty game. Fortnite is fine because it's colorful. There are things for you to do. You can build, you can spray things, and it's, the colors are just nice to look at. With Blackout, everything's just kind of meh, and you just want to get the action going. You want to keep on fighting. That's what Call of Duty is all about. So I feel that the pacing also needs to change. Maybe a little bit. It doesn't need to be much more faster than it already is, but it needs to be, a significant difference. So recently they added camos into Blackout, and honestly, I'm pretty disappointed by them. They're basically just multiplayer skins with different colors, and the way you unlock them is it's an interesting system, but it's probably the worst system that Treyarch has ever implemented. Basically, you go around the map finding paint cans. They'll be on roads, on shelves, and you just pick them up. You can't pick up other players' paint cans once you kill them. You just have your paint cans for yourself, and when you die, that's the amount of paint cans you get at the end of the game when you go back to the lobby. And then, so you have to start off buying like the five cost paint can and move up. So basically, you're supposed to use the weapon, and the camo shows how good you are with the weapon. In multiplayer, if you see someone with diamond ARs, you know that they're good with diamond ARs. If you see someone with like diamond pistols, you know that they're probably really good with pistols. In Blackout, it's just a grind of going around the map and looking in random areas and picking up paint cans. This system could be improved upon by being able to pick up other players' paint cans. Even though they earn that reward, you'll be able to pick them up off the loot pile, or getting a certain amount of paint cans if you kill someone or for winning. I feel that's a cool system, but the way that Treyarch has put it in is not really, Treyarch style. It's just lazy. Especially the camos. Some of them look cool, but at the end of the day, they're just reskinned multiplayer camos, and not actually new camos that we could have seen in the game. They're probably saving the new camos for the black market, which, it's Activision. They're going to sell as many cool camos as they can, but they could have thrown us a bone here and given us, a cool camo, a new, style, at least, for the Blackout weapons. And speaking of rewards, they're similar to Fortnite. There's not a lot of rewards in the game. When you win, you get merits, which levels you up. Every 20 levels, you get a new costume, and that's about it. So, and if you're max rank, winning a game doesn't give you anything. You just win the game. Same thing with Fortnite. You don't really get anything after the first few times you win. And I really enjoy, Blackout gives me a rush of adrenaline when I play. I used to get that with Fortnite. I don't anymore. I feel like Blackout's much more skill-based. But I don't really have any motivation to win any more games because, it levels me up a little bit quicker. But I don't get any reward out of it. This is the same idea I said in the Fortnite video. There should be a seasonal win shop where you get a token for every kill you get for a win, or just a token per win, and at the end of the season you can spend it on something that only people who've won matches of Blackout can purchase. I feel like that's a cool idea, and that those rewards will be something that people fight over, and winning a match actually has meaning again. So that's it for today's video. If you guys do agree with me or disagree, drop down in the comments, let me know what you think. This has been Aiden the Canadian. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.